Khéphren and his team are doing everything they can to get this deal over the line, and Liverpool Football Club are doing everything they can to get this deal over the line. What is up, guys? It's James from Cop Logic, and there's been quite a bit of movement on the Khéphren Thuram situation over the last 24 hours. I was waiting for something to hopefully break this morning, but nothing has, so I think it's time for an update. First things first, Khéphren's agent actually posted on Instagram yesterday that she was at the Nice headquarters. Now, this was to discuss specifically a move to Liverpool. As reported by Paul Gorse yesterday, Khéphren Thuram remains Liverpool's primary target. 100% effort is going into getting this deal over the line at the moment with Nice. And the same can be said from the players' side. So Khéphren himself only wants to move to Liverpool. His father only wants to move to Liverpool. And fun fact about his agent, she's also a Liverpool fan. Not that that means anything, but it certainly can't hinder us in any way. In terms of a relationship between Liverpool Football Club and Khéphren Thuram, everything is done there. Personal terms are agreed. The club has spoke to the player. He wants to come. We want him in. So it's all about making this work. Now, Khéphren and his team are doing everything they can to get this deal over the line, and Liverpool Football Club are doing everything they can to get this deal over the line. So you might be wondering, what is the problem? Well, unfortunately, the problem is Nice. At the moment, they seem very, very desperate to incite a bidding war. Khéphren is their star player. He's still got a couple of years on his contract, so they're not in any rush to sell him, which means they want to get as much money as they can. Now, I don't believe that Nice will be the type of club to block a move. I think Khéphren, it's clear, is going to move this summer. Where he goes to, hopefully, does not come down to who's willing to pay the most. At the moment, we are the only club in the race, so PSG were in the race as of last week, and Newcastle United were in the race as of last week. Both teams have pulled out of that now, with PSG looking at Kangin Lee, and as reported yesterday, Newcastle could well be on their way to securing Nicolo Barella. So as it stands, that pretty much means Liverpool are the only team in for Khéphren Thuram. So the bidding war that Nice are trying to incite basically can't happen. Now, unfortunately, the issues don't end there. The problem now is that the under-21 Euros takes place next week. I believe the starting date is Wednesday the 21st, so that's next Wednesday, and Khéphren Thuram is set to play. Now, if Khéphren Thuram was to have a good Euros, Nice would probably be able to bump that price up. Not only that, it could also attract third parties, and then they get to incite the bidding war that they so desperately want. So at the moment, it feels like Nice are really trying to squeeze this one out to the under-21 Euros because they want to sell a player for as high a price as possible. He is their star player. But Liverpool, on the other hand, are desperately trying to get this deal done before that happens, which is next Wednesday, so it doesn't leave a lot of time. Khéphren himself and his team are also trying to get this move done because he's desperate to come to Liverpool. I'm hoping and hopeful that there will be some movement on this within the coming days. I was hoping something would break this morning, so I held off doing an update, but unfortunately it hasn't. I unfortunately do feel like if we don't hear anything concrete by next Wednesday, this deal is not going to get done until a month from now when the Euros end, because Nice ultimately will want to attract as much attention to the player as possible so they can sell him for the highest price. With Khéphren wanting to come to Liverpool, I do still believe he will be our next signing, because even if there is interested parties, I think we'd fight for him, as long as the price doesn't get too high for FSG, of course, which we discussed yesterday. But hopefully that's not the case. As I said, Liverpool are putting 100% effort into this. Everything else is on hold in an attempt to try and get Khéphren over the line. And of course, if they're to do that, it has to be done within the next week to avoid this price hike during the Euros. So hopefully we hear something soon. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on this. One more thing worth mentioning in regards to if there was a bidding war, and just in general for this window and acquiring players, James Pearce of The Athletic did put a report out yesterday to say that whatever happens between now and the end of May, Jurgen Klopp's position is safe, which we knew. He retains the full support of the owners, who intend to back him with serious funds this summer. Now, I'll be honest, James Pearce has become slightly unreliable in these past couple of seasons, so I'm not sure how much truth there is to that. We've got to hope it's true, because serious funds is absolutely what we need in this window. So fingers crossed that happens and we can get a few more players in. We know Liverpool are looking at bringing in 3 midfielders at this window. Hopefully Khéphren Thuram can be done soon and we can start working on a third one, and then perhaps a centre-back. But definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys, and hit that bell if you want notifications on, because things are going to hopefully be moving fast and ramp up within the next week for Khéphren Thuram, because we really want to get this deal done before next Wednesday. So definitely stay locked down to the channel. We'll be bringing you any updates as always when they break, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.